When these two teams battle it out on national TV Thursday night, we're in for a rare treat when the top teams in each conference face each other. We went through the footage of their last 3 games to see which sets have been working the best for each team and what to do to stop them from working so well. Let's start out with the Celtics half-court offense and this set that starts like so many of their actions do, with a dribble handoff at the top of the circle. The point guard gets a back screen to the elbow and curls back around to the strong side. They're looking for a flex cut along the baseline, but instead of setting the pin down for the screener, Kyrie sets a back screen for the forward out top. If that's not there, there's a dribble handoff to Kyrie, but because this is defended so well, they turn it into a pick and roll for Horford, who gets right to the rim for the layup. This was actually very well defended, and I'd be concerned about letting Horford catch the ball too close to the elbow here. This cross screen is dangerous, and if Horford is closer to the lane, perhaps he makes that pass for a layup. Dinwiddie did a great job to impede Kyrie and not let him catch the handoff. It forced the Celtics deep into their options to get this score. Same play, and the defense must be wary of the back screen for the guard first. The defender must shoot that gap and maintain body contact with the cutter. Valanciunas does a nice job forcing the Baines catch almost to the three-point line. Baines opts to go to the left side dribble handoff, and against Brown, it's okay to go under like DeRozan did. Next is Princeton action where Horford dribbles to the wing, who promptly backdoors. The Celtics have so many backdoor cuts baked right into their offense that you have to maintain your position between the man and the basket and be physical on the cuts. Smart is shooting 28% from 3, so this is the shot you're happy to have him take. Now they run the flex action on the weak side once the point guard cuts through to the low block. The Raptors do a nice job to switch this, and now the shot clock is an extra defender. Great denial by DeLon Wright, which almost blows the whole thing up. But Morris is back, and he's got the ability to isolate and create shots in the mid-range, so you hope to contain him and get a hand up. On this option, instead of a dribble handoff from the high post toward the left wing, he makes a pass to him instead. Remember, they're always setting the cross screen on the weak side. And Barnes did a nice job to help, but they missed an early pass, shading towards Brown's right hand for a layup. Lamb should have been a step to his right earlier, so he'd have more space to get around the screen, and Kemba needs to step in the way of Brown's cut and make body contact. However, they get great low post position, Brown uses his head as a weapon, and gets the turnaround when Dwight goaltends the shot. That flex action on the weak side is very dangerous when it's Kyrie coming around, because they'll swing it to the right wing, and now it's a double staggered screen for one of the most creative shot creators in the NBA. Lopez needs to be at least a step and a half higher based on where his man is and the need to get a hand up on this shot. If this is Draymond playing center, Kyrie ain't getting a clean look on this. The Lakers do a nice job taking away the cross-screen cutter and luck out when Baines doesn't throw the lob to an open Brown behind the defense. The Warriors are going to have to keep a body on Brown as he moves towards the hoop and do a good job pressuring the ball like Kuzma here. However, they always have Kyrie in their back pocket, but a big difference with him this year compared to the past. He'd have just jacked up this shot. Instead, he sees the mismatch down low and finds Baines for an even better shot and score. Next up is the Celtics version of the low post split, where they dribble to the wing, their most common way to initiate their offense, and pass it down low to one of their postmen. The passer then gets a flare screen out top towards the top of the circle three-pointer. The passer's defender simply cannot lose sight of his man or he'll get taken out of the play, and there's nothing the defense can do to stop the player in the post from making this pass. Here it is again, and you simply cannot get caught backing up like this. The screener's man needs to be yelling this out too, and his switch would cover this action pretty well. They'll mix it up and have the passer set the first screen as well, and if the shot isn't there, it flows right into a pick and roll. Booker cannot get caught that low defending the pick and roll, as Tatum gets ahead of steam and is tough to stop once he gets in the lane. The last action is a high post entry, and the first thing they're looking for is the guard cutting to the hoop. Lowry can't lose sight of the ball, but makes good contact on the cutter, and this penetration is too hard to overcome. It's over once Smart gets possession of the ball. The progression turns into a dribble handoff between two bigs, and switching this should do the trick. This flows into pistol action where Tatum sets the pin down for Smart, who then gets the dribble handoff. Switching this is a problem because Horford can easily get in the way, and if this is McGee or Pachulia in the Valanciunas role, they're not getting out there to contest this either. On the same progression, Morris decides to cut for the dribble handoff instead of screen for Smart. DeRozan does a good job going under to contain, so Horford has the option to hand off to Smart instead. The Warriors' big men can't fall asleep on Horford from out beyond the three-point arc, or else he'll splash it in their face. Pressure him instead and make him put the ball on the ground. At this point, I'm stressed out trying to figure out who is going to win this game. And it should have an intense playoff atmosphere that will definitely lead to a lot of sweaty undies. But don't despair, MeUndies is here to save you from yourself. Because comfort and style are equally important, you've got to try the most comfortable brand of underwear I've ever worn. The diamond seamed pouch cradles my jewels in a way that I've never felt before. It's kind of like being naked, well, without being naked, yet have an invisible hand supporting you every step of the way. Plus, they come with a 100% satisfaction guarantee for your money back. So what are you waiting for? Right now, I've got an exclusive offer for all of you sport fans. 20% off your first pair of MeUndies. I got myself a few pairs, and I really love them, but wait, what the f***? So bounce your balls over to MeUndies.com/CoachNick and start wearing the best underwear of your life. Now let's look at what's been working for the Warriors and what the Celtics need to do to stop it. Golden State loves to set a quick ball screen out top for Durant, and it's a real problem with guys like Pachulia, West, and Draymond setting these screens. As you can see, even when your big is in position early, KD still blows by him into the paint for the layup. That one was a whole lot better than Saric, who's not ready for the screen and has given KD 20 feet of space to get going downhill. I like what Covington was trying to do, force him away from the screen where Saric can then drop and contain, but if you let KD use the screen into the middle, it's curtains. The only one deciding if he misses is KD himself. This was decent position, but space doesn't get a hand up. This is the best case scenario for the Celtics, where you can contain, invite him to take the mid-range, and hope you get a hand up on a good contest. The Warriors also like to run false pick and roll action out top, but it's really a double staggered screen for Klay sprinting across the court. The key here is communication and positioning. Klay's man needs to lock and trail right on his hip the whole way through, and he must yell loudly if he needs help. Here, he did not need Vucevic to step up, yet he did anyway, and allows Draymond to slip to the hoop. This gives him a 3-on-2 fast break, and I get why Peyton wanted to rotate down to Young, but his own man followed him right to the hoop for the dunk. Here's a wrinkle where they set the pick and roll on the wing and have Pachulia set 2 straight pin downs. KD was open when Covington was late reacting to his cut, and Redick does a great job locking, trailing, and contesting. This is the best outcome you could hope for as a defense, and it still doesn't matter. This time they start Klay on the wing and cut off his pass to get a double staggered on the left side. Notice how KD is then going to come off the pin down on the right side. The Magic shouldn't switch this since the ball would take an extra beat to get there, and it leaves Fournier stuck behind a Pachulia duck in. Again, the Celtics need much better communication from Terrence Ross telling Aaron Gordon not to switch this. Instead, 2 guys go to Klay, and he deserves an assist as much as Livingston does. The go-to action for the Warriors will certainly look familiar, as it's the same low-post split we showed the Celtics running. They usually have the passer set the screen at the elbow extended, and the defense will have to switch this as best they can, hope to get a hand up, and pray that Klay misses. This isn't automatic, meaning in the flow of their offense, if the pass goes from the wing to the post, they simply break into this action every single time. Because of their great motion up to this point, KD has a severe mismatch, and even though they've got a good cut by Klay for potential layup, this is KD shooting from 14 feet over a guy 8 inches shorter than him. They'll set this type of split on their weak side as Draymond already sees Livingston is going to feed West down low. Klay has the option of using the screen or cutting back door, and West is such a good passer, he's going to find him every time. Anderson needed to stay lower than Klay, lock and trail, and hope he missed a longer shot. Again, they find the pin down on the weak side for Curry as McCaw just backs up out of the play instead of screening. Getting stuck that low by McConnell is a mistake and simply can't happen when guarding Curry. So there you have it, sports fans. Tomorrow's game promises to be an epic matchup between 2 of the best coached teams in the league. And I have no doubt these actions I just went through will play a big role in determining who wins or loses. Join me tomorrow for a live post-game show immediately after the game to discuss everything. You in? Sports fans, to see more of our great NBA content and analysis, make sure to hit the subscribe button, but also click the bell and adjust your settings so you can get an alert the second our videos drop. Because trust me, you're going to want them hot and fresh. You in?